Hello, everyone, and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we will learn how to leverage ChatGPT to find the right programming language syntax. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to start with a basic example. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to tell me what is the syntax for a for loop in Python. Let's go ahead and test it out. In Python, the syntax for a for loop is as follows. You basically say for variable in, and you specify an iterable here. And basically it's explaining for you basically what a variable mean, what an iterable means, pretty incredible. And then you will see an example afterwards. So he is telling you that you can define, let's say, a list here, call it fruits. And then to write a for loop that is going to print every single item in a Python list, you just say for fruit in fruits, which is my list here. And then you print basically the fruit. So you're going to print apple, and then banana, and then cherry. And it's also showing you what the expected code output is going to look like. Of course, you can go ahead, copy that code, and then you can use it basically in your Jupyter Notebook or whatever IDE that you're using. Another key point as well that I would like to show you, basically what I showed you here is if you click on New Chat, you will find that here I upgraded to Chat GPT Plus. So it's around $20 per month as we speak right now. And what you could do is instead of leveraging GPT 3.5, you can go ahead and leverage GPT-4. Basically, GPT-4 is an advanced model. It's only available to Plus subscribers. And basically, GPT-4, it's kind of GPT 3.5 on steroids. It's a lot more powerful. It has advanced reasoning capability. And it also, it's telling you it has as well an advanced complex instruction understanding and more creativity as well. If you just select GPT-4, you can go ahead and you can simply type in here. But notice that basically right now it's capped at 25 messages every 3 hours, even after you pay for the $20 subscription per month. Okay, so I'm going to head back to GPT 3.5. I just wanted to show you how we can leverage GPT-4 if you like. Okay, what if I would like maybe to learn Java and I would like to learn how to declare a variable in Java? If you press enter, here we go. To declare a variable in Java, follow the following steps. You need to choose a name, decide on a data type, and then use the syntax data type variable name to declare that variable. And here we go, it's showing you how to basically declare an integer. Here, basically kind of all the details, assigning a value, for example, to your variable. And you can, of course, go ahead and copy that code if you like. Okay. What if I wanted maybe to learn about conditional statements or maybe if-else statements, for example, in Python, and I would like to learn the syntax? So I'm going to say, well, what is the syntax for performing conditional operations in Python? And here we go. In Python, you can use if statements to perform conditional operations. And here's the syntax. You just say if, and then you specify the condition, you add colon at the end, and then you do something if the if condition is true. You can also see here a code telling you if x is greater than 10, print x is greater than 10. And you can also see how to use elif or else if statement as well. And it's showing you an example along with the output corresponding to it. Again, pretty incredible. It's like, your favorite teacher talking to him or her and then getting an answer back again. Okay. What if I would like to maybe ask, okay, what about the syntax in C? So in a different programming language, I would like to learn about conditional statements. What you notice here is basically ChatGPT is quite smart because it remembers the previous conversation. So when I say, what about the syntax in C, it basically kind of understood that I'm referring to the previous here prompt when I asked about performing conditional operations. But instead of Python, now I'm basically referring to a C programming language. So you will find that kind of the answer here makes sense. And that's how you define an if-else statement in C programming language. And it's showing as well here an example. You can, of course, go ahead, copy that code, and it's showing you the output along with an explanation as well to that code. Okay, what if I would like to perform maybe data analysis using a powerful library known as pandas, if you're familiar with it, and I would like to know what is the syntax for filtering rows in a pandas data frame. You press enter, it's going to tell you, well, in pandas, you can use Boolean indexing to filter rows in a data frame. It's telling you that you can write a condition here and showing you also an example. This is an example of a data. Here we're using pandas data frame constructor method to create our pandas data frame df. And here you are filtering out basically the pandas data frame if the price is greater than 10. So this is the condition, and it's showing you the output as well. We have been able to filter out that pandas data frame to only select simply these two values, the 15 and 12. And that's why here I'm getting these two rows, that because the price here is more than 10. Again, pretty amazing because it's much better, to be honest, compared to just reading the documentation, because here you get kind of distilled information. It's right to the point with explanations, with example. Again, pretty amazing if you would like to learn any new language from scratch. Okay, what if you'd like maybe to explore data visualization and you would like to learn about the syntax to plot a line plot using matplotlib library? So here I'm going to say, what is the syntax to plot a line plot using matplotlib? Here we go. You can simply say, first you need to import matplotlib library, and then you say plt.plot, you specify x versus y. And here as well is showing you an example with actual values with x and y. I'm going to say just plt.plot and also adding the x label and y label associated with it. And that's, again, explanation as well associated with it. And here is telling you the image you are requesting does not exist or no longer available. But I'm assuming for the next iteration of maybe GPT-5, for example, or so, you will be able to see actual figures in here. It's going to be much, much better, I would say, experience compared to what we are experiencing right now. Okay, what if I would like maybe to experience with another library, maybe such as Seaborn, and I would like to learn how to plot, let's say, pair plot using Seaborn. Here we go. What is the syntax to plot a pair plot using Seaborn library? Here we go. To plot a pair plot, here we go. You need to import Seaborn as SNS, and then you just say sns.pairplot, then you specify the data. And again, here we have an example with real-world data sets, kind of showing the price, rating, and reviews. Of course, it's a very small sample. You create a pandas data frame, and then you say sns.pairplot with the showing the pandas data frame df. Okay, what if I would like to make HTTP requests in Java? Let's go ahead and test it out. Here we go. How can I make HTTP request in Java? And here we go. To make HTTP request in Java, this is simply, if you're familiar with Java, this is exactly how you do it. And if you keep going, basically, you can just copy that code and you can leverage it in your project. And it's also explaining to you exactly how you are setting the request method, how you're getting response code, and so on. Okay. And finally, we have our this is my favorite prompt. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, let's assume that you would like to learn Python, for example, and you would like to talk to ChatGPT as if you're talking to like an incredible professor, for example, kind of really knowledgeable professor that can kind of change the tone and the complexity of their explanation according to your prompt. So here I'm going to say, pretend that you are a Python professor. Teach me the concept of variable assignment and data types. Let's go ahead. Here we go. Sure, I'll be happy to explain the concept of variable assignment and data types in Python. In Python, a variable is a name that refers to a value. To create a variable, you simply choose a name for the variable and assign a value to it using the equal operator or the assignment operator. For example, here is how you can create a variable, call it my variable, and then you assign a value to it. You say my variable equals to 10. After you create the variable, you can go ahead and print that variable, and then the output is going to be 10. I'm going to show you, okay, now let's talk about data types. Can I tell you, well, we have multiple data types in Python. We have numbers, strings, booleans, lists, and so on. And it's telling you an example here of a Python string, how you can print that string. And you can go ahead and see another data type. Here it shows the int data type, integer data type. It's also showing you the type casting, how you can convert from one data type to another. It's again pretty amazing. And well, maybe if you don't like that answer, can you maybe say the following, right? I don't understand this, or maybe I didn't understand this. Can you explain it in simpler terms? Let's go ahead. Well, sure. In Python, a variable is a name that represents a value. It's kind of toning down basically the examples here. And well, you can see pretty much, again, similar examples. You can say, can you explain the same concepts to a 10 years old, for example? Let's go ahead. Sure, in Python, you can use variable to remember things. Let's like giving a name to something you don't want to forget. Again, pretty incredible, kind of toning down the complexity of the topic to target, let's say, maybe 10 years old or even younger than that, which is, again, really amazing. It's kind of really creative as well. For example, if you want to remember what you have, that you have 10 toys, you can use a variable called toys to assign a values to it. You can say toys equal to 10. You can print toys, and you can print the value as well associated with it. Again, really amazing. You can use it as your perfect tutor available at your fingertips. And that's it. That's all I have for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next lesson.